Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery doing a quick video on a number of Liong Mah design knives that I have just finished up. Just wanted to go ahead and get this out there. I'm excited. This weekend is the USN show and I actually will be able to get the opportunity to meet Mr. Mah, so it should be a very good time. Really looking forward to that. We have a number of different models in this video. You've got the GSD, well, it was the bling. I guess it's a bling in a different form now. Got two Endeavours here. One of the limited edition Tempest with the carbon fiber, and let's see, the KUF, and one more of the GSD blings. So we'll go ahead and hit these one at a time just for a quick glimpse of what's going on. I guess let's go ahead and do the two Endeavours first. So, let's see. We've got two of these here. These come in sandblasted. They've got that sandblasted finish. I hit them with a high buff and then got in and did the anodizing. Let's see, the glare, because of the high buff, the glare is a little rough here. Let's see. So, this one, actually both of them have a little bit of a marbling effect. This one's less marbled than the other one. You've got a little bit of purple hue going through here. When you get over here, you can kind of see the marbling a little bit more through here. It's a light marbling, so you've got different tones of blue in the marbling for the background, and then you have the bronze. The bronze is very uniform. The marbling with the hues of purple is just through the blue portion. I do really like this design. It's put together with two slabs that he's done a nice job of designing, that we only have the screws on the one side except for the pivots. You've got a very clean side on this side. We've got the pivot. Everything else screws from this side. I do like that the lock bar screws are from the back side or the inside out. Just a very, very elegant knife. Good size, nice knife. It's S35VN. Got that nice hollowed out area with the cut, and of course his design, his logo there. It's a nice, good size knife, fills up the hand nicely. Does have a spot for a lanyard. Haven't put lanyards on any of these yet. They flip really nicely. I like the rounded, it's got a little more rounded flipper tab, jimping up top, more than enough to make these fire open. So they flip very nice. That little flipper tab's totally hidden by the handle when it's in the open position. Just overall a really sharp looking knife. As I said, one of these is spoken for already, nice and centered up. And this is the blue with marbling, a little bit of purple hue, and then of course your bronze drizzle and pocket clip. Let's go ahead and jump into the other one. Is a little bit more teal. Now this one actually has a lot more of that marbling effect. Man, the camera's not picking it up very well. The pictures that I'll have posted will pick it up well. It's a nice, like, feathering, marbly look to it. I really like the way that one turned out. I like the natural drizzle on it as well. It leaves that shine. So nice, sorry about that. Gives you a really nice shine real bright knife. You can see the marbling. In person, the marbling is a little more prominent. It's different tones of blue. And then you have, of course, the drizzle. Now when I drizzled this, it was all together, so all your drizzle goes across the back fluidly, that type of thing. So very cool looking knife. I like these when they're all buffed out. They just give you such a bright, shiny appearance. And again, flips great. No issues there. Great in the hand. Lock up here is right about 40%. Nicely centered. Just really good, solid knives. I like a number of his designs. Some of them I will work on more, some of them I will not. Unfortunately, they do a lot of wire work, or wire brush, wire wheel on their grinder work. And when they do that type of thing, it puts steel into the titanium. So it makes it very hard for me to do certain knives. The bling effect is done with a wire wheel. You get that kind of orange peel, almost slightly pitted effect. Leaves a lot of steel in there and it throws the electricity off. Makes it really hard to anodize. So I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about there. This pivot, you can see how it's got that slight bit of texture in the pivot. That has got little micro pieces of steel in it, and it really kills the anodizing. It's also one of the reasons I really like the silver in this, because it's really hard to anodize those screws. You literally have to grind it off most of the time and give it that satin finish. But this is not one that had any of the bling effect, so I really like this Tempest. This is the limited edition carbon fiber Tempest. It's got some real nice carbon fiber, very lively. Light hits it. It's got the blue hardware. The blue was a little duller when I got it. I kind of livened the blue up a little bit. Left the silver caps. Now those caps are buffed. I left the silver caps because we've got that nice silver and blue drizzle. I thought that was a nice compliment to it. I like his pocket clip as well. Kind of in the shape of a kitchen type knife or a knife. If you're not familiar with his designs, he was a chef, or probably still is a chef, of course, before he started designing knives. And that experience and that knowledge definitely goes into a number of the different ones that he is making. This Tempest, really cool. There's a machined texture in there. You've got the drizzle. The drizzle's really cool. Sometimes with that machined texture, it lets just a little bit of electricity in. So at the edges of the silver, you get this nice pinstripe of blue again. So it's a cool effect. I couldn't make it happen if I wanted to. It happens on some knives, not on others. But that machined effect allows that to happen some. So that's a neat little side effect on this one that happened that is a little out of your control. But man, this one overall turned out really nice. Blue backsplacer and pocket clip. Lockup on this one is about 25-30%, somewhere in there. That carbon fiber, I like the look of the carbon fiber. It's just got this cool wave in the fiber on this thing. And of course your backspacer's done on the inside as well. And it's just got that wicked looking blade. It is a very nice knife. Very happy with the way that one turned out. And this one flips with serious authority. So no question if that one's set up nicely. The detent on it is really good. Once it lets go, boom, just slamming that blade into position. As with most of his, he does have that design where the blade stop is built into the blade. You don't have that pin and back that it's slamming on. So the blade has the blade stop. As it moves around, everything's chamfered out and it locks into the back of the handle right back here. It's just nice because you don't have that pin in the carbon fiber slamming on that pin every time you open it. I think that it's going to be a little more durable design. If you're like me and you flip your knives constantly, it's something that I think about. I've yet to have a knife really wear out in that pin area, but it's something that I think about. Not necessarily a real life fear that it's going to wear out, but some designs just look like they're going to be more sturdy. And I've got some knives that, I mean, I flip hundreds of times. Shoot. Probably 100 times a day, just when I'm sitting around working and flipping knives and that kind of thing. So some of my knives see a ton of flipping, and like I said, I've never had one really wear out or have that blade stop be an issue. It's just something that I would, when you look at a design of a knife, it has that potential for being an issue. So this is the GSD bling. This one is one that comes with that total bling effect, and I can't anodize that for anything. This knife would not be anodizable if I left that effect there, so I've sat and finished it. Looks like we've got a little bit of a shadow in on this one. I'm going to see if that cleans up, but there is kind of almost looks like a water line around here, so I'll have to wait and figure out what I want to do. I'll probably put it up with that on there. And if it goes, it goes. If not, then I'll probably redo it. It does have just a little bit of a water line through there. I did a nice gold yellow with that high voltage blue. Actually, this isn't the high voltage blue. This is a 25 to 26 volt blue on all the screws and the pocket clip. I like how he's done the carbon fiber on this, where it hides your frame lock, your lock bar for the most part. You just have that little bit that's left. And these are really nice. They've got a very small flipper, but it's not a problem. They're nice and smooth. The bearings on these are really nice. All of these have the ceramic bearing, ceramic detent. Flips really nicely. Carbon fiber and gold on this just looks really sharp. And of course, you can't go wrong with a golden blue finish. So there's the blue backspacer down inside. He does give you a little metal tab, so if you wanted to flip the pocket clip around, it's inset into the carbon fiber. So you just flip them around, he gives you that extra screw. Nice little touch. Very sharp looking knife. Nice small one. Disappear in your pocket nicely. Just barely in the hand, but it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like it's too little. It's not going to get away from you. Centered up pretty good. Yeah, actually we are centered up really nicely on that. And lock up probably about 20%. So that's the first of the GSDs. This one's a cool one. We went with a teal, and then we did a heavy stone wash, and we did a bronze purple. So it's got purples and bronze in that stone wash. Kind of a cool effect. Hit the backspacer and the pocket clip with the bronze and all the hardware. Definitely gave it a little more roughed up look. Give it that patinaed look to it. I heat anodized the little steel tab just to try and get it to match the hardware a little bit better. Again, nice flipper. Just got to get used to flipping. With the littler tab, it's more of a straight shot along the back with your finger. So you're kind of sliding straight back. It's not like it is with some of the bigger tabs. It takes just a little bit of getting used to, but definitely isn't a problem for opening. Nice smooth bearings. It's a sharp little knife. GSD bling with the JD Cutlery additional bling. So, cool looking little knife. Shot from the inside. And then we'll jump to the last one for today. This is the KUF. This comes with really nice carbon fiber. They've got a micarta handle as well. A lot of life in that carbon fiber. Went ahead and buffed out the hardware. It comes with dark navy blue hardware. I buffed it out just because I like the look of the silver on this one. What we did here, this is a purpley blue. It's more purple than blue, and the purple is matted. So your green, what I did was buffed it out, hit it with the green, and you've got a marbly green effect going on, and it's really shiny. Then we went ahead and did the drizzle, and we added the matte blue purple. Like I said, it's a little bit more purple than the video is showing. So it gave it a really nice offset. I like the bright shiny of the green. You can kind of see it in the reflection there. And then the matte of the purple just sets it off really nicely. Cool knife. This is definitely kitchen work inspired. So you can bring a little bit of color your kitchen with this one. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big flipper guy. This one is not a flipper. Got to use that thumb hole to open it up. Interesting, I haven't seen many knives with thumb holes that actually have bearings. This one does have bearings, so very smooth, easy to open. You got to get used to the way that hole works, because it's not just a standard hole, and it is a little in line with the knife. Once you get used to it, it's no problem. Look at that. That's the first time I've tried to flip it with my thumb. So you can definitely flip it with your thumb once you get used to it. Really neat design. Definitely cutting inspired for the kitchen. It's got a nice little triangular lanyard hole. I like, again, the carbon fiber is done really nicely on this. It's all one piece of carbon fiber that they machined out, so you don't have a separate backspacer. Well, I take that back. That's got to be two pieces, the way it's done there. So it probably is two pieces. When I took it apart, it stayed in one. Actually, no, it is one piece. You can see the waves of the carbon fiber would go right across that line. So that is all one piece of carbon fiber. So that's some serious machining that they've done, that they've got that raised portion in the back for you with the jimping and the carbon fiber. So that's a little bit neater. I hadn't even really looked at that real close. It looked like it was all one piece, but I question it, the way it was raised and machined like that. But that just goes to the testament of Riot's manufacturing. They really do a good job. Riot makes all the knives for Liong Mah design, so they're all coming out of the Riot factory. Fantastic quality. You just can't go wrong with a Riot knife, a Riot made knife. And Liong Mah's designs are pretty neat. They're a different twist on a lot of the pocket knives that he's throwing out, especially with that kitchen inspired. So that'll be the gist of the Liong Mah knives for today's video. A couple of these are already done. The Tempest is sold. The teal of the Endeavours is sold. But all the rest are still available. They will be posted over the next couple days on our website. So definitely come check us out. Thank you for tuning in for the video, and we'll see you on the next one.